Right, well, many of us associate legal action and processes with piles of hugely inflated bills and drawn-out ordeals, but one firm is working to break that stereotype. OptimLegal is the first Australian law firm to introduce client satisfaction-based billing. Now, they form a non-hourly billing mode using scorecards for clients to measure performance. And to tell us more about this, we're joined by Christian Hyland, a partner at OptimLegal. Explain to us what this satisfaction-based billing works in a legal environment, because I guess it sounds doable on paper.
Sure. Well, it's fairly simple, actually, because what we do is we rate our services at the end of each month with clients, and we look at the things that normally cause frustration for clients, such as responsiveness, such as understanding the client's business, such as spending the right time answering the right questions, all the way through to doing a roadmap. At the end of the engagement, they basically take a two-page scorecard that we do electronically, and they have the option of linking that through to our fees. So they can take our fees, and if they think we've done an outstanding job, and they can ratchet it up 20%. If they think that there's room for improvement, they can ratchet it down 20%.
What kind of a potential client will say, hey, I'm going to offer to pay 20% more? And given that they're given the option to judge their satisfaction, and it's potentially linked to what they need to pay, how hesitant will they be to give you a good report card?
It's a really good question. And in our experience, what happens when you shift the imperative away from trying to reach internal billing targets to meeting targets that are set up with the client in mind, you change the way lawyers and clients actually work together.
Right.
So what we're finding, and by and large, the results so far speak to this, and that is that clients, when they feel that the lawyers are really aligned with them and they're driven to create value by being efficient, by really doing, not overcharging or over-servicing, they're really happy to say, this is great service, here, we'll respond to it.
But how does the client know what value to put on this service when they're not connected or understand how the charging system works in your environment, I guess?
Well, I think in the first instance, most of our clients have had experience with lawyers in the past.
Okay.
And many of them have either done corporate transactions, or they've been involved in environment planning or building property, all the practice areas that we touch on. And they feel immediately when they work with Optim, because we hire top-tier lawyers from Australia's top-tier firms, and we use a low overhead structure to deliver them about 40% less. So already, right from the outset, there's a sense of value creation. And then in the experience, it's actually the service experience of how well is this lawyer understanding me? How well is this lawyer coming in and working with me to help me achieve an outcome, whether it's a corporate transaction, an acquisition, an asset sale or purchase. It's really they are the ones who control the experience and their level of satisfaction with that.
You mentioned 40% lower than Australia's top 8 law firms. Does that mean your staff are being paid less, or that you're less profitable than other similar firms?
Well, what it means is that we run lower overheads. So what we've done is we've stripped out of the firm everything that doesn't create value for clients. So we don't operate with big, expensive marble-clad premises. We don't have a really steep hierarchy. We leverage technology to let people work on-site with their clients. They can work from our studio premises just outside the CBD. That takes these big costs out of it. So we're actually, at the end of the day, able to pay our lawyers on an hour-per-hour basis, anywhere between 12% and 20% more than they would be earning in the big firms for the same time.
Do you think that damages the brand? Because I guess the perception out there is that if you're working for a law firm or running a law firm or anything like that, that you do have these exorbitant offices that adds value to the brand. What does it do for you guys?
Well, you know, 77% of companies have said that cutting legal costs is their #1 priority. Right. And they're increasingly sophisticated and savvy buyers who really understand that if you can get a top-tier lawyer who's come from Blakes, Mallisons, Minters, Freehills, you have the same lawyer, but you can get them for 40% less, that's the quality of the proposition. Because at the end of the day, it's really about the lawyers. They're the ones who have the knowledge and expertise to help people. If you get the same people, but you get them for 40% less, usually that's a proposition that people find quite attractive, irrespective of all the extra marble-clad offices and big wood-panelled buildings.
Okay. Very interesting. Christian Hyland from OptimLegal. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.